Hey everyone, and welcome to Cricket SWAC Basketball Media Day, presented by Mountain Dew. Today, we're going to get an opportunity to meet the women's teams as 12 schools gear up and get ready to chase a championship with all eyes on the NCAA tournament this spring. Today's virtual media day is brought to you by Cricket. Smile, you're on Cricket. Mountain Dew, official basketball sponsor of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. General Motors, official sponsor of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Rocket Mortgage, for an expert partner to help buy your new home, Rocket can. Home Depot, proud sponsor of the SWAC. Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods and outdoor retailer of the SWAC. Nike, proud sponsor of the SWAC. Let's quickly take a look at the 2022-2023 women's basketball preseason all SWAC selections. We'll start with the second team. From Alabama State, Shamaya Ward. From Southern University is Genovia Johnson. Back to Alabama State and Jayla Crawford. Two from Jackson State, Kishana Luckett and Deja Woodard. Your first team selections from UAPB is Zay Green. From Alabama State, Ayana Emanuel. Texas Southern's Adriana Avent. From Prairie View A&M, Diana Rosenthal. And from Jackson State, Maya Crump. Your first team, all SWAC preseason. And now, the predicted order of finish. Starting from the bottom, going to the top, we have Mississippi Valley State, Alcorn State, FAMU, Bethune-Cookman, Texas Southern, Prairie View A&M, Grambling State, UAPB, Alabama A&M, Southern, and on top, the top two teams from last year in the championship game, it's Alabama State and Jackson State. The SWAC preseason Defensive Player of the Year, that's going to Shamaya Ward. Expecting a big year from her. And your SWAC preseason Offensive Player of the Year, that goes to Zay Green from Arkansas Pine Bluff. All right, before we start talking about who will be the last team standing this spring, let us remember, don't forget, we haven't even made it to winter yet. So we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but winter it's on the way. So before we meet the teams, now we do have some really cool news to remind you of. You might remember last year the Southwestern Athletic Conference and the Pac-12 announced the debut of the Pac-12 SWAC Legacy Series. It's an educational and basketball scheduling partnership between the two collegiate athletic conferences. It's going to tip off this basketball season for 2022-23. It is the first of its kind pact between Autonomy 5 and HBCUs, and it's aimed to create both a forum for competition as well as promotion and education around issues of anti-racism and social justice. Now, these games are just a few weeks away, so let's take a look at what you can expect to see. These are men's and women's games. This look ahead is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Start with the men's basketball here real quickly. On Monday, November 7th, Florida A&M at Oregon. On Thursday, November 10th, we'll have Alabama State at USC. Friday, November 11th, Southern at Arizona. Friday, November 11th as well. Same day, Colorado at Grambling State. Then on Sunday, the 13th, Arizona State at Texas Southern. Tuesday, November 15th, we'll have Washington State at Prairie View A&M. All right, on the women's side, women's hoops, Friday, November 11th, Grambling State at Arizona State. Sunday, November 13th, that sees Prairie View A&M travel to Washington State. On Monday, November 14th, Oregon will be at Southern. Thursday, December 1st, that's Utah at Mississippi Valley State. Wednesday, December 14th, Texas Southern at Arizona. And Sunday, December 18th, Florida A&M at California. All right, time now for some meet and greet. Let's take this time to get to know the 2022-23 edition of your favorite SWAC basketball squad in alphabetical order. Let's start with Alabama A&M. Margaret Richards is back with a team that was 13-5 in the SWAC last season.
This year is going to be different for us. We have basically a new squad. We have, about 4 freshmen, a couple of sophomores, some juniors, some transfer kids, and 2 grad transfers. I think we're going to be, athletic. We're working hard. I'm excited about this group. We're young, we're energetic. We'll have some leadership with, with our grad transfers. So I'm excited to see what this group has to offer.
Some of the expectations that I have for this upcoming season is to advance really far in not only our conference but into the NCAA and really making a statement here at Alabama A&M.
Well, of course, I have a lot of new players. So I'll just start off with the returning players. I returned Darian Bergen. She started for us for 2 years, so she will be returning with a lot of experience, in the SWAC. So we're excited about that. One of our junior combo guards. Also LaCambria Shakespeare. She's a 6'4" sophomore. Had some injuries, due to her foot and last year with some COVID issues. So she wasn't able to help out as much, but she has a lot of potential, and we are excited to finally have her back and healthy, and to see what she'll be able to do for us this year. As far as our newcomers, like I said, it's a lot of them, but I'm just going to highlight, like four of my freshmen. I have two guards and two post players, and we're excited about them. And one of them is a PG guard, and the other one is a combo. Imagines a PG from Kansas, and we're excited about her. And Jayla Mary, extremely high IQ from Indianapolis. She's a combo guard, so we're excited to see what she'd be able to bring to us with that at that position. And the two forwards, both from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm excited to see what we do, since we are inside out team, and they are working hard and just fitting right in right now. And I would like to transfer to my transfer student athletes. We have Chanel Mitchell, another forward from Blinn Community College, where she won a championship, so she knows what winning feels like, and she's won the 2 years she was at Blinn. We also have a transfer forward from Kansas City, Kansas Community College, Akia Elam, physical, strong, presence in the post as well, since we lost a lot in that area. We also have Jayla Cody, transfer from Central Arkansas. I'm excited about her with her experience at the Division I level and knowing what it looked like to compete at this level as well. We also have two transfer guards. Both of them are scoring guards. So they will be able to fit with our motion offense. Shanice, Miss Shanice and Miss Amaya. I'm excited about both of those young ladies. Like I said, two transfer guards and love to score the ball. So we just trying to get them adjusted and being able to be a great complementary piece to our motion offense. And I'll just go to my two transfer fifth year kids. We have Distoni Grace and Amani Free. Monty played at Quinnipiac, and she's won a championship, so she know what that looked like at the Division I level. And she competed at the highest level with the competition. So I'm excited with her leadership and some different things that she'll be able to offer to our younger kids and to these programs, to help us get in the race of winning a SWAC championship.
Alabama State, the Hall of Famer, Frida Freeman Jackson. Now, she knows championships, and every year she has her ladies as an absolute contender in the SWAC.
This year, just like I guess about 3 or 4 years ago when Ayani and Jayla and Shamaya, and I had several other freshmen coming in, we have 8 freshmen this coming year. So we have our work cut out for us. The girls are trying to get it. We start our first practice on today, but we also have 3 junior college transfers with addition to those freshmen. So now you're talking about we got 11 new players. So it's been a task trying to get them girls up to speed and trying to continue our winning ways. But it's enjoying. But at the same time, it's frustrating for the young ladies because we giving them a lot in a short period of time. But I think we have enough of them out of the 8 that we'll probably possibly be able to depend on 3 or 4 of them. So it's going to be a different, look for us with all these new players and only returning 5 players off of last year's team.
Well, we're taking it game by game, trying to build a collective bond because we still have 3 veteran seniors and we have a lot of new girls, but we're just trying to build that bond together to make it to the SWAC championship again this year.
Okay. What areas do you feel you improved on individually during the offseason?
I'm working on my mid-range, defense, rebounding, assists, because I know it's going to be tough this year for me.
Well, we got 3 go-tos.
Okay.
But I think Ayana Emmanuel, far as the guard, she has really stepped it up, and she understands both of them. Because you're talking about 3 girls that they 5th-year players, so it doesn't matter which one of them girls actually get it done at the end. But Shamaya Ward, she is a beast in the paint, and it depends on the circumstance. If we need 2 points to win a game, or if we need a 3, so we have a lot of girls that can actually put the ball in the basket, because those 3 ladies are our 3 leading scorers coming off these last 3 years, really.
You want to talk about veterans? Alcorn State is led by a man that has SWAC in his blood. Nate Kilbert is looking to turn around the fortunes of the Alcorn State program this season.
Thank you guys for having me today, and I'm excited about this group of young ladies. I found out one thing about this group when it comes to conditioning and getting ready for practice. Good players make players that are not so good better, because competition is good, and I see that right now. I see it in our old kids that they came back in a lot better shape. I see it in our new kids because they got their eyes on the prize. To me, the competition has been real good. I can see our team improving in every phase of the game simply because the talent is better. And I think good talent make players who not as talented, I think it makes them better. But now, because everybody's fighting for a position, so we're a very interesting team. I'm looking forward to learning more about our team.
Well, we currently have 5 new incomers. We have Deasia Reed coming from Bethune, a transfer from Bethune. Destiny Brown coming from California, a post player. Ashanti Buckus coming from Kahoma, which 2 others coming from Kahoma, from Nakia Cheatman and Kiara Henderson. They are extremely athletic. They help us compete against each other. Their presence is known, so we're pretty excited to have them.
Well, our main thing, to me, what I thought our problem was last year, was depth. We didn't have a lot of personnel when it comes to our ability to be able to sub people in and continue whatever process was going on, whether we was playing good or bad, and someone coming off the bench to be able to raise that level. I feel like now we have that. When I talked about having kids at every position, we got at least 2 good players. But the difference is we're a little bigger now. I think we can compete more with teams that have size. We have size now, and I think that our 2s and 3s are a lot taller. We're not as tall as we would like to be at the point guard position, but we're good. We're good at the point guard position. We got some kids who can really handle the basketball now. And with Kayla Bella coming back, she's got a great understanding of our offense now. I think she's in much better shape than what she was in the past. She understands what I want as a coach now. So I just think we're going to be better because our kids from last year got that opportunity to get that experience that they need. Like Zanaya White, who was freshman of the year last year, I think she's going to be so much better this year because the competition is better. And I think like Kaylin Watson last year, all these kids were young. Maya Claytor was young. They was freshmen getting a lot of playing time for us. Now coming back with the experience that they got last year, I think it's going to make our team so much better simply because the kids that we sign are going to push them for starting positions.
Bethune-Cookman, another team looking to rise in the SWAC. Janelle Creighton is charged specifically with that mission. Let's spend a few moments now with the Wildcats.
The 2022-2023 edition of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats is a new team, to be honest. We have 9 new players. and we have 5 returners, one of which unfortunately was injured and wasn't able to play last year. And so we really do have a new team. And so we are really looking to, with that new team, even though it's a new team, it is still full of experience in a variety of different ways. It is full of talent in a variety of different ways. And it is definitely full of individuals who are hungry to bring this program to the level we know it can be. We're so excited to get to start this season here very soon. And we're just really working from the ground up, continuing to build our culture and moving in that right direction.
As a team, we've improved tremendously. We got a lot of different pieces that we were missing last year, and we just kind of put everything where it needed to go so that we can set the groundwork for a new foundation, really. Just trying to do what we did last year. Individually, I feel like I got a little stronger. I got a little bit bigger, especially mentally. I feel like I grew up a lot from last season. So I'm just expecting great things.
I'll talk about the importance of playing those games against St. John's and Iona early.
You know, there's actually a dual purpose in that. One of the purposes is, of course, to play great talent. It's really important that we get a chance to. I have worked at a variety of different places all over this country, and I think, as you said, New York is one of those places that is a mecca of basketball, and you're always going to find strong teams there who are going to challenge you. And why not do that, you know, right before you start such a challenging conference? There's also another strategic reason why we're doing that. That occurs right after our finals. And, you know, I've always felt that it's very difficult for student athletes to have to stay on campus as they watch all of their counterparts leave for holiday. When we play a different sport, we have to stay during the holidays. There's no such thing for us. But it's very difficult for them to just stay on campus and watch all of their team, all of their friends and everything leave and go. And so for me, I thought it was important to, one, get a great set of games with strong talent to play against, but two, to give our student athletes a chance to also leave. You know, we're going to also be packing up and leaving, which really helps with the morale. We're also going to be giving our student athletes an experience that many of them have never had, which is going to New York and seeing New York in the winter, in Christmas, during Christmas time is special. And so to give them that opportunity along with the competitive opportunity to really see where we are, it won't be the beginning, right? It won't be the beginning of the season. We will have had some games to kind of get our feet under us and really see where we stack up as we start our transition into SWAC conference play. And so for us, there's dual purpose, but I really think it's going to be a great trip and a great opportunity for this team.
Florida A&M and their women's program, another school that's looking to move more towards the front of the pack in women's hoops. Shalon Pillow is back for another season in Tallahassee.
Oh, okay. So we're excited. We've got several new players. Well, the portal has been really good to us. We've got 3 kids from Canada. I call them the Canadian Connection. So they all came from the portal and they're with us now. That's Mide, Paula, and Ari. Also have a new post player. This is a transfer. Her name is Skylar. We're looking for some post presence, so she'll be able to be an addition in the post for us. And we also have Yvette, who actually came from Spain by way of Ball State. So a couple new pieces. It's really helped us be more competitive in practice, having new players and some more competitors on the team. So really looking excited to see how that all comes together. And also some of our returners. We got Dylan Horton back, healthy, which is a blessing. And then also a couple of our post players have picked up their game and they're going to be an addition as well.
Some of the expectations I have for this upcoming season is to compete. I feel like this year we definitely have the pieces to compete. So going into non-conference, I want to compete at a high level and then let that roll over into conference games and be able to make it to the SWAC tournament and eventually win the championship.
I think we're doing a great job in recruiting right now and bringing the different pieces that align with our culture that we're trying to build and our values. So that's a process for sure. although this is my third season, it's only my second season coaching. So I think it's a great opportunity for us to get back on the court with these new pieces and see how it comes together as we try to keep moving the needle and building our brand here.
Grambling State University and Coach Freddie Murray, always a team that has it together and a threat to make a run towards the championship. Let's go now to Graham. Bam.
We're excited for the upcoming season. We lost a lot last year. All of our starters graduated and moved on. We entered this year with a lot of new faces. We're working hard right now, chemistry-wise, to prepare for the season. And it's going to be an exciting season, and we're looking forward to it.
Some areas that I've improved on is my ball handling skills, and I've been trying to be consistent with shooting. My three-point shot, my mid-range, just making sure I can hit any kind of game-like shots for this upcoming season.
Yeah, we like I said, we did lose some players that did some great things for the program, and we wish them well as they ventured on into coaching and professional play. Going into this particular season, we addressed a lot of those needs through the transfer portal as well as from recruiting high school and junior college ranks. We have some key players coming in that I think are going to contribute right away. Miracle Saxon is coming in from California. She's a transfer. We have another young lady, Tiana Gardner, from the Texas area, who's coming in as a transfer. Demaya Young, who played college ball in Arkansas, she's coming in as a transfer. We have Jasmine Jackson, who's a very talented freshman guard out of the Texas area. She's coming in as well. And we also picked up on a post player that played out in Carolina, who's a transfer. We also leaning on some players that played heavily last year: Leah Morrow, Fee Allen, Sierra Ellington, Journey McLaurin. We got some players that did get a chance to get a lot of play last year that we're going to lean on heavily for their experience. And like I said, we're going to try to put this thing together, and hopefully we play great basketball going into conference play.
Jackson State. All right, come on now. We all know who is on top of the SWAC right now. Coach Tamika Reed has built a juggernaut, and they are taking everyone's best shot all season long.
Well, I'm extremely excited about this group. We have, right now we have a really strong recruiting class that we brought in. My staff did a good job of bringing in a really strong class. And we are returning a couple of really tough players that has helped this program win championships. And so I've just been really excited about the core that we have and how the chemistry has been coming along. Obviously, you guys know that we lost a lot in Amisha Williams-Holiday and in Deja Rogan. And so those two players were very, very key in our program success. And so now we are having to refine tune kind of and try to find, other players who can come out and be those top players for us in this season. Like I said, very skilled team, very talented team. This year's team may be the most skilled and the most talented team I've ever coached here at Jackson State. And I'm really, really, really excited about what this team brings to the floor.
Me as an individual, I feel like I improved with my leadership, coming behind Amisha. Amisha set a great example because, she went to the league, and that's one of my dreams. And also just seeing the way she carried the team with her energy, her emotion. So me coming from behind that example, I feel like it helped my leadership tremendously.
Last year, a lot of people didn't know about Daphne White, a 6'5" post player, Power 5 transfer, 5-star player, top 10 recruit in the country. She set out, didn't want to play because she didn't want to miss an entire semester. And she was a big body who helped Amisha get better. I think she prepared Amisha for this past season and the good year that Amisha had. So we'll have Daphne White this year. Totally different player from Amisha. She's more power down low, more back to the basket type of player.
Amisha was more of a face-up type of player, finesse. Daphne is a grinder. She's gonna get into the muscle of things on the block. And so, you know, hopefully we'll get her on the block who can fill those shoes. Daphne White is a true 6'5" player. You know, we kind of stretched Amisha on the roster a little bit to be a 6'4", 6'5" player for us. But Daphne is a true 6'5" post player. She'll bring a lot of size to the floor. And we also, you know, have another 6'6" post player who transferred in from California, McDonald All-American, five-star athlete. And I like to talk about who they are because that's what they're showing me on the floor. And they bring a lot of excitement with the way they play and the confidence that they have, you know, on the floor. So down there on that block, you know, I'm really excited. We'll still have Deja Woodard returning, who's going to be able to make up some of those rebounds, blocks, and baskets for Amisha. So whereas we had a really good Amisha, now we have about 2 or 3 players that we're going to have to fit together to kind of fulfill her role. And in terms of Rogan, missing her, she was extremely quick. Not sure if we can match that quickness with what we have this year, but we have players who can score the ball like Rogan scored the ball. And so I'm really excited about that. And I think the speed will come, but the thing for me is putting that ball in the basket and being able to play defense. And I think we have those areas filled.
It's a new beginning at Mississippi Valley State with the women's program. Kimberly Anderson took over the program this past spring, and she's ready to hit the ground running.
As of now, you know, I'm rebuilding this program. I came in and I'm May the 3rd, so right now I'm just up for a little challenge.
3 players that will be significant this year will be Anjanae Muick, Cyan Holmes, and Zaria Harlow. Those 3 players are just going to be a tremendous asset to the team, just bringing their energy, rebounding, and also laying the ball up.
Oh, I think it's awesome. Actually, I'm trying to get my players motivated to be involved in having a big-time Pac-12 school come to Mississippi Valley State, and, of course, vice versa. So just trying to fit my girls in the scheme of things and getting them ready for that game.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations and good luck this season.
Thank you.
Next question goes to Dr. Cavill.
This is Kenyatta Cavill. Dr. Cavill's inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Good afternoon, Coach.
Good. Hi.
I'm doing well. Thank you for that. I wanted to ask you a little bit about your offensive schematics. How would you like to see this team play basketball?
Oh, my God. You know what? As of now, I'm trying to find 5 young ladies that's going to, you know, fit together to be motivated to run the offense. Right now, I got a young team that's coming in. I'm still trying to put pieces together. So hopefully, what I see, they're quick. They play hard. So with the offense, hopefully I'll be able to run up and down the court and transition. Okay. Yeah.
Prairie View A&M, Sandy Pugh is in charge and back again. And another one of those teams really looking to make that breakthrough in a really, really tough conference.
We're really, this is an amazing group. We returned 7 returnees, got 1, Tamirical Taylor, who was supposed to have been here last year, but had some personal issues that she needed to step back from basketball. She graduated, and so she's back with us this year. And then we signed 6 new kids to come in and participate with us. We call them newbies, so have 6 newbies. So they're very fun to watch. They're great. Just exciting to watch them play. Tremendous 3-point shooters. We're going to be able to do more of what we've been trying to do since we've been here, which is get out and transition and play at a faster pace. Last year, the point guard that we were counting on, Tamirico and the Rosario kid hurt her foot, and she wasn't able to participate at the level we had hoped. And then Tamirico had to step back. So we ended up having to move our 2 guard over. So we had our hiccups at that position last year, and we had to, do what we could to make it work. But when you have a Diana Rosenthal, a tremendous player, second team all conference participant, and then you also have Kennedy Hurd returning, and Kennedy Paul, which is probably two of the most prolific 3-point shooters in the league. And both of those kids are returning. And we also have Michaela Hutchin, who sat out last year, kid that came over from Trinity Valley. So she's healthy and she's on the court. So we're excited about everything. And then we're also excited about the way the pieces are coming together.
For the upcoming season, I definitely expect to execute, find the open man, get the rebounds, just doing way better than we did last year. And we definitely have the talent to do it this year. We have some great girls, and I'm really excited to play with them.
All right. What are some areas that you feel like you have improved on individually over the offseason?
During the offseason, we took time in the summer to work on the fundamentals, becoming a better passer, definitely being consistent shooting, and just getting to know your teammate, knowing your personnel, and that's going to help you in the long run also.
One thing, we're going to be lacing it up, and we're going to roll, and we're going to run, and we're going to run, and we're going to pressure the ball full court, do a lot of half-court trapping. So it's going to be a wonderful brand of basketball. So going to be getting back to the mayhem that I've been known for at my previous institution. So like I said, I'm excited about it. We got a great schedule, playing the University of Tulsa, University of Florida, Oregon State, Southeastern, Jarvis Christian, Houston Tillotson, and we're also playing Washington State in the Pac-12 Challenge. However, we have to go there, and then they'll come back here the next year. So great schedule on hand, great team, phenomenal people, all excellent students. Kennedy Paul just recently got back. She went down to the HBCU initiative at the White House. It was a celebration of her success in the classroom. So we've had a lot of success in the classroom, and we want to carry that success not only in the classroom, but we want to also do it on the court. And we're looking for a phenomenal season this year. We just got to stay healthy.
Southern University and Carlos Funches, another vet in the conference, a coach that knows what it means to be a champion. Solid teams year in and year out, and his ladies, you can count on one thing. They're going to play hard every season.
Well, last year we went 11-7 in the league. I thought, the biggest thing for us was inexperience. But we do return 11 of our 15 players back, have some new additions. We're going to play the same style of basketball, but hopefully that we are much better, much more efficient offensively. We've always hung our hat on being a defensive team. We do return both of our top scorers, Amani McWayne and Genovia Johnson. Raven White, who started at center for us the last couple of years, so she'll be returning also. And we added some nice pieces. So I'm really confident about our team. It's just a matter of getting out there and getting it done.
Expectations this year are very high, and we set standards for the team and for ourselves. And expectations are to win the tournament and, first of all, have a good preseason and win the SWAC.
I think the commissioner and his staff have done a great job in, getting an institution like Oregon coming to Southern University. This is going to be the highest ranked team to ever come here and play, and we're looking forward to it. I think it's going to be big, just getting notoriety for our conference. Our women's basketball program has gotten a lot better throughout the entire conference, and we're ready to play. I thought we did a really good job going out and recruiting based on our need. We needed some more scoring. Out of the 7 games we lost in the conference this past year, we were either tied or leading going into the fourth quarter, and we just came up empty on the offensive end a lot of times. So I think we solved that issue. We have Kiana Morgan, who's a transfer from Radford University, Taylor Williams, who we played against at Bethune-Cookman. She's a very good player, and Sky Castro from St. Peter's University. And we added 1 freshman in Survivor Legends. So she's going to provide some help also. But, with that experience that we have both our point guards coming back. Chloe Fleming, she'll be returning also. Ty Metcalf, she started most of the games for us this past year. And again, like I said, Amani McWayne and Genovia Johnson. Both of them are experienced scorers, and we're looking to just get better and play with more continuity.
Texas Southern University, another solid contender in the women's division, but change is in the air in Houston. Vernette Skeet takes over that program. Can she be the one to bring home another championship to Houston?
We're going to keep it simple. You know, our goal is to be competitive. You know, I asked this team when I first met them, what did they want their characteristic to be? And they said they wanted to be competitors. So that's what our goal is to be able to compete with anybody that we stand in front of.
My role as of now, I'm actually a captain, you should say. My biggest thing now is being more vocal this season, taking on the leadership role so that we are prepared this upcoming season.
These kids were hungry and they wanted and they accepted. Understanding process, maybe more of a word that I would use or phrase. Them understanding what it takes. There's no such thing as a bad kid or a bad, everybody really wants to be good. Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to achieve, but the process that it takes to get up the mountain, nobody naturally wants to be lazy. We condition ourselves. We have environmental compromises that allow us to do things that are negative to productivity. So I think just the inspiration of showing what it takes, and so that we weren't like Care Bears walking on clouds, like, we want to win. Well, so does everybody. What are you going to do different? What will you do different outside of what was done last year in your position? If you don't have a goal or a desire to do something different in your position than the person ahead of you, you can't expect a different result. So maybe understanding and having a vision, thank God, of laying out the difference of what it actually takes versus saying, okay, start. And then they look around and be like, oh, I didn't know it was going to be this hard. We really talked. We called it plugging the gaps this summer. We talked a lot about what it actually took, what it looked like, how different it was, how our motives had to match our goals, because you say you want that, but then your motives don't show that. I should be able to see your goals based on the motives, based on what you do. I should be able to recognize, and that should be able to correlate. And so we talked a lot about that this summer. And so I think the challenge, if we say challenge, will be who sticks to it in the roughest parts. But everybody's bought in right now, so we're in a good place.
And finally, University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, a tough team in the conference. Dawn Thornton and her ladies, they were 500 in conference play last season and really put a scare into Jackson State and Birmingham at the SWAC tournament last year. Golden Lions are excited about the upcoming year.
Well, we are really excited about the team that we have put together this year. My staff and I worked really hard recruiting and beating up the portal, as I'm sure every coach has said on this team, on this call this afternoon. We have 12 new faces, and it seems like rebuilding this thing every year. It has become the trend, but it's really exciting. We have transfers from the University of Georgia, Mari Davenport, and she's highlighted amongst, the rest of the young ladies. She's won a USA gold medal, played for the USA team, so we're excited about her. We have Karina Carter, last played at the University of New Mexico. Karaya Beck, a transfer from Memphis. We have Jaleesa Reese, a transfer from Troy University. And, she's been really special. For those who know basketball about Troy, they're cut from a different cloth. So she's been setting the standard here every single day. And of course, with the returners that we have, along with a few other transfers, we have 2 transfers from the University of Arkansas Little Rock. Razia Potter, she was a starter for them. So we're excited, second leading scorer for them. So we're excited about her being here with us. And then, we have Zay Green returning. Maya Pete is here with us. And Maya did a wonderful job as far as being a post player with a great presence in this league last year. So it's been warm. It's been fun. This is my first year that I've ever, since I've been at UAPB, that I've been able to have my whole team here for the summer. So we've had a chance to implement some things early. We've laid the foundation, the culture, the expectations of the program. Everybody just kind of bought in over the summer. We had our strength and conditioning coach the whole summer. So we're excited and we're right on target to be where we need to be.
Well, I'm just really excited, especially with all the new pieces that we got, just seeing how we can bring them all together. But I feel like we're going to do really well, really well this year. We're ready to shock everybody.
Last year, throughout conference, after we played, well, to start conference off last year, we had COVID. We had several kids with COVID. And our newcomer of the year, the previous season, Khadijah Brown, tore her ACL right before we got ready to play Jackson at home. And I thought that that would have been a great matchup. So we never really and truly had our entire team for the duration of the season. And I thought that we had a pretty good team, a good solid team last year. Having a team to be here in the summer gives you an opportunity not only to build that chemistry, to implement your offensive, defensive principles, but it also allows you time to get stronger. You're in the weight room. Our strength and conditioning coach that we have is phenomenal. And so I think that that was something that was the main piece, was making sure that our athletes are as strong as they possibly can be and they're in the best playing condition. And that was what was most important and the highlight, I think, of the summer. You know, just getting reps up, getting in the gym, getting shots up. That's a part of it, but being strong, because basketball season is such a long season, we want to be able to endure those runs late in February and in early March.
Well, that's a look at today's SWAC Virtual Media Day. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors who make things happen. I am so excited about this year. We got a lot of good games in store, a lot of new things. That announcement that we had, man, it is an exciting year for SWAC women's basketball. Cannot wait to see that action in just a few weeks. It is here. You guys enjoy the season. We'll see you a little later down the road.